You read that title. So that thumbnail, and obviously you clicked the video because you're listening to me speak right now. And man, before we get started, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's, Happy Hanukkah, all that good stuff. Or just, regular good morning, good afternoon, good night if you don't celebrate none of that stuff. But hey man, I hope y'all safe today, bro. You know what I'm saying? Hello to everybody. All of the players that's all of my boys who's just now getting the game, around Christmas time and all that good stuff. Y'all been anticipated, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, without further ado, let's just get right into it, bro. James Harden build, you know what I'm saying? The beard and beard, you know what I'm saying? Saw the thumbnail, title, all that good stuff. So we're gonna go number 13 because I am trying to, recreate Rockets Harden, Prime Harden. I'm pretty sure it was left-handed. If you know, last year I did mess up the handedness of my Harden build. I think I went right instead of left, or left instead of right. I don't remember. I'm not gonna lie, but doesn't matter because this you can switch it back and forth. So I'm saying my player name James Harden. Obviously, if you want, it don't matter. The handedness, it matters, but it doesn't. Jersey number does matter. Number 13. Go point guard or shooting guard. I'm gonna go to the point guard. For the sake of it's Harden, and I'm pretty sure he played the one, if not all or most of his career in Houston. Yeah, so 6'5", 215 physicals. The physicals are gonna be 6'5", 215, 6'8" wingspan. I don't have T-Rex on it, but I'm also not super long. I think it has like a 6'10" wingspan, so it's not too far off. And I went 6'5" instead of 6'6" because you get a little more off. You get a little more leeway with your offensive attributes at 6'5" instead of 6'6". Part of the appeal of Harden as a player for me is a shot making ability. So with that being said, we're gonna start with the shooting. I went with the 93 ball. I left the range as an 80, and went with a 71 free throw. I know it should be a little harder because it is Harden. It should be a little higher because it's James Harden. But free throws are really easy to hit this year if you play the game enough. Obviously attributes matter, but you kind of really need like a mid-60s free throw to really just be able to hit them, as long as you time it. But I went with a 71 just for just to be able to hit them a little easier. I did go with a 85 speed ball, and you guys are gonna see why I put certain stuff in certain places. And it's really because at this point in the year, I just feel like you should have like a decent amount of cap breakers. At least 5. I'm not gonna lie, 5 is like the minimum. To be so honest with you, 5 is like the minimum. But at the same time, if you don't have any cap breakers right now, that's also fine. You know what I'm saying? That's cool too. It's a usable build. The build is playable without cap breakers too. But yeah, I went with an 83 speed with ball because I'm gonna cap break it to 86 for goal line and launch. It makes a difference. Trust me, especially at 6'5", one of those taller, stronger, heavier point guards. I went with a 93 ball handle because I want to go ankle assassin. 95 is you see how expensive that is? 95 is just way too expensive. I'm sorry. It is though. It is. So I went a 93. No. 93? Yeah, I went with the 93 for go ankle assassin. You also get all of Harden's moves from his escape to his crossover to his hezzy to his spin. Step back, all that good stuff, because y'all know when it comes to making NBA players on this game, I try to do it to the best of my ability, with the limitations that the game does put on us. But yeah, I went 83 pass hack because I'm going to put one cap breaker to get an 85 pass hack because y'all know how I am. I just feel like 85 is a really good spot. I won't lie, it is. I have it on Luka and on Russ. I feel like I made so many point guards this year, but I have it on Luka and Russ. 85 is a really good spot. You get that bailout. Versatile visionary on goal, which is basically like a needle thirder, kinda. It's like needle thirder if you're familiar with that badge. Forgot to visit the shooting though. I did go 93, but because limitless range on silver, 50 shooter on silver, deadeye on silver. You don't get many marksman unfortunately because you are tall. Got that 6'5", 6'6" range. You do get set shot on goal, which is really OP. And like I said, 3 cap breakers right here, 93. Let's go limitless. Go Deadeye, go Shifty, Hall of Fame set shot. And if you guys play the game, you know how good their shooting butters are. Like, oh my goodness. Yeah, 80 mid range. I'm pretty sure I did that mainly because not only, you know what I'm saying, I needed it to get that 93 ball, but also, I'm gonna show you guys why when I get to this finishing section over here, but mid range and post game go hand in hand because Harden doesn't have, he has a post game. He got a post game. He can get in the post and get you a bucket. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna move to the defense. You know, obviously it's a given. Harden is the best defender. He's not like a Kawhi or lead defender or nothing, but he wasn't known in Houston for defense. He was never known for defense in any of his teams. But I can't have y'all or myself walking around as a cone. Like, or even on my Luka build. I mean, you know, Luka plays a little more defense than Harden. He does. I'm not gonna lie, he does. Especially now. You know, he done slimmed up a little on the Lakers. You know, my team, my home team. He slimmed up a little bit, so he played a little more defense. But yeah, Luka's not really known for his defense. Even on my Luka, but I think I have like an 85 perimeter or an 84 around that mark. With that being said, I am gonna go with an 83 perimeter because I'm pretty sure for one cap breaker. No, I went with 82. 82 perimeter because with one cap breaker you do get that 85 perimeter, but as you see. Silver on ball menace, you are gonna get that. You get pick dodger. I'm pretty sure you're gonna get a movable as well. But you get all, you know, the basic essentials for defense. You just so you're not a cone, you know, you get silver challenger. Because silver is really the minimum. At 6'5", silver is gonna be the minimum for challenger. I'm not gonna lie, it's the minimum. You're only gonna win with brown challenger on those taller builds like 6'10", 6'11". Not even 6'9" is gonna make the cut, but 6'10", 6'11". You know what I'm saying? That's the only way you're gonna with brown challenger. And you're gonna ask me, you know, I see, you know, I'm running out of attributes at a 94 overall. Trust me, bro. I'm not teaching in class review. Exactly. So I'm gonna go to 60 still. And I don't get a 68 block, but I do get a 67. You don't have line denier, but the stat doesn't matter. You're gonna be able to get blocks. And Harden has a few blocks. You don't got like, hey, he's not pinning anybody. He's not pinning nobody, like, you know, on the glass or none. But he can get you a block. He could definitely get you a block or two, especially, you know, his Houston, the peak of his powers. Don't look at me crazy, but I actually didn't touch these rebounding. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't touch the rebounding. I did not touch the rebounding. But I also didn't touch the speed. I went with 85 speed, 71 agility. Like I said, you do get Brown's pick dodger. Like I said, it's Harden. I'm not gonna lie, it's Harden. It's Harden. So I only want to give you guys the essentials for defense. But before there's anything in the comments or whatever, this build sucks, you know, defense or whatever, all that stuff. I really gotta tell y'all, every build I make is literally to be used as a template. It's just me capturing the play style of the player I'm trying to recreate to the best of my ability. Because not only, you know, shades matter, like the shades of the player matter and stuff, but I also want the build to be playable. I want you to be able to actually play like them. You know what I'm saying? Because straight up, a lot of people don't make builds that play like the player, but just are 2K builds. But I try to make builds that accurately recreate the player's play style from getting their SIGs to, you know what I'm saying, the stats, you know what I'm saying, with the limitations that 2K does give me. But that being said, let's move to the strength. Obviously, it's not like Shaq or Giannis or anything, but Harden was definitely strong, bro. You can't be that great of a scorer and not be strong. You know what I mean? Even Shea, obviously it's not the bit I'm making, but even he has some strength. He actually has some strength as well. I went with a 72 strength for a strong hand on gold to be able to push those locks off of you. Doesn't matter much, but you also get break wall bronze, bull enforcer bronze, and it matters. Trust me, y'all not gonna leave me, but it matters. Physical finisher on silver. Let's get to the vertical. 70 vertical. Not only later in the, later stages of the build, you will be able to get contacts as you're gonna break that driving dunk. And I'm, since we're on top, I'm gonna show you guys. I did go with an 85 driving layup because 85 driving layup is actually really good. I wasn't able to go to 88 or 93 or 90 because, like I said, 85 is great. You still get Harden and stuff. And max +1s and +2s for badges. You will be able to, Hall of Fame layup, Max Master, Hall of Fame flow game, Hall of Fame physical finisher and stuff like that. Same with these right here. That's Legend Set Shot right there. Hall of Fame Deadeye, Hall of Fame Limitless Range, Hall of Fame Shifty. But like I said, three cap breakers on this 3-ball right here. and that's legend for all your shooting badges. You know, let's go to the driving dunk. I did go with an 80 driving dunk because, like I said, if you cap breakers and you're all good, he could put you in the rim if he wanted to. You know, back in Houston, and that's exactly what this build can do. He can put somebody in the rim if you know what I'm saying, at the right time, with takeover and stuff like that. And if you cap breakers, you are going to get those contacts because you do have a 70 vertical. You know, a few cap breakers on that vertical, a few cap breakers on that driving dunk. And last but not least, it's gonna be your post control. I went with a 73 post control. Not the highest post control, but also not the worst, you know what I'm saying? And the reason I did go with a 73 is because I wanted to be able to, you know, drop a few cap breakers on that post control and be able to get 79 post control for the, you know, goal post 15, like I mentioned earlier. You know what I'm saying? A few cap breakers right here, you're getting well over 80 post control. You know, not only are you going to be elite everywhere else on the court, but also in the post. You should have a little bit of stats left over. Let me see. Pretty sure I threw them on whatever. I think I'm going to do it on close shot, honestly. Let me see. Yeah, I threw it on close shot personally, and then I put the rest on standard dunk. There we go. You know what I'm saying? Take a look at the build. Obviously, you know, with them juggernaut, but you can also get a stop on defense with a 60 still. You get bronze interceptor. 67 block. You know, you could drop or lower that mid-range wingspan. All right. Drop or raise that wingspan if you did want to get that pipeline denier. It'll just take away from other aspects of the build, like the offense and stuff like that. And you can see the build doesn't need, it's not really relying on cap breakers. Especially, you know what I'm saying, it's around Christmas time, some people are just getting the game, so it wouldn't be right of me to, you know, go ahead and release a build that's fully relying on cap breakers or nothing like that. But yeah, man, the build speaks for itself. I feel like what I was trying to do, you know, recreate Harden, that kind of ISO juggernaut, offensive juggernaut, you know. Them little big, larger crafty point guards use their strength and their speed and stuff. I feel like I did that really well. I'm going to show you guys the shades and the weaknesses, you know, the strengths. As long as the build, as the build name. Look at that, I got shades of Harden anyways. It ain't get Rockets, I did get Clippers though. Alright, let me see. So you got shades of Jamal Murray, Deron Williams, and James Harden. Your archetype is going to be a 3-point sniping creator. I feel like that's pretty accurate to Harden. Obviously, Harden had a mid-range too, but he's kind of more known for that 3-ball. So that's why, for once, my 3-ball is going to be higher than my mid-range on one of my builds. With cap breakers, obviously, you can get it. Yeah. See the shades. I see Harden. It's good to me. See the build name. Sounds accurate to me. Strengths are going to be handles like a magician's wand. Like to do it from deep. Always finds a lane inside. Faster than most opponents, which is pretty accurate to Harden if you ask me, especially in the Houston area. Weaknesses are going to be not a threat to steal the ball and struggles exploiting from a standstill position. Take it from me. I play a lot of 2K. I don't know how much hours I have, but I think I'm over 600 right now. I'm not gonna lie. I might be over 600 hours right now. And a 60 still is more than enough. Just a word of advice: don't reach with square. Reach with that right stick up, and even with that 60 still, you're gonna find yourself in those lanes a good amount of the time, no matter what mode you're in. Rec, breeze, twos. I'm saying. I'm going to show you guys the cap breaker screen now. Okay. How many times have you guys seen this right here?
Right now, I need you to be honest.
I've lost count on Giannis. I've really lost count. Still got my Giannis drip on. I was playing on Giannis, you know what I'm saying? I did also post the Giannis build. I got gameplay. Well, honestly, if it's not crazy to say, my Giannis build might be the funnest build I made this year. Realistically, bro. I can do everything. Yeah, but here's the body types: toned, broad, shredded. You're probably gonna go with broad, honestly, because most accurate to Harden. Especially in Houston before you got fat and all that good stuff. The cap breaker screen though. You know what I'm saying? I have 9, but you should have around like 5. It's really easy to get like that first. Those first 5 is really easy. I think I got them like, you know, I pre-ordered, so I got them like within that pre-order week. Yeah, it's that driving layup right here. The post control, like I mentioned, you know, 73 plus 5. You do the math, that's 70. If I'm not mistaken, it's like a 79 post control, or like it's a 79 or 78, but. Yeah, you know, just one cap breaker right here, you know what I'm saying? Now you're elite. You're really good in the post. I'm not gonna say elite, but you're real good in the post. But let me show you guys what I would probably do. Well, say it's me with 5 caps, right? Off rip, I'm doing 1, 2, 3. Boom. Cause 93 3 ball, I'm saying. Hey, bro, it speaks for itself. You're shooting lights out. Especially being taller, you're gonna shoot over those little guards. You're gonna be too strong for those locks. Pick from experience, you're gonna be too strong for those locks I try to switch on you. Like smart shots and you'll be alright. Obviously, there's gonna be 4 right here because 85 pass like I mentioned earlier. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be 4. This is 5 right here. 86 PO ball for that goal line and launch. But you do get Harden 6 from the jump shot to the 6 to the motion style to the driving dunk to the layup. You get all of that. You get all of that. Everything he has in the game, you're able to get it. Okay. And that's why I do this. Try to accurately replicate those NBA players, bro. And for somebody who has a little more, like 9, some of those of us who've had the game for a little longer, what I would probably do is, you know what I'm saying, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you know, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then you can do everything on offense that you want. That's driving, you know, contacts, shoot lights out, got the pass that you want, go line and launch. You know, the vertical obviously is for the driving dunk. Or you can throw it in the perimeter, you know, 85 right here, 87. Oh, my bad. 87. It's 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, driving perimeter. Now you have a goal challenger and all that good stuff. But yeah, you know, you can throw the cap breakers wherever, bro, wherever you see fit. But with or without cap breakers, you know what I'm saying? I feel like it's an elite build. It's one of those offensive juggernauts, you know, just like Harden was. And that's what I was trying to do. Y'all probably heard my voice enough, but y'all tired of hearing me speak. But yeah, but get back to feed the streets on Christmas. I'm not the Grinch. I'm coming to save it. I ain't selling Christmas. I'm coming to save with this build. I know y'all got some VC, you know what I'm saying? Here a little bit to pour that VC into. Gonna build for the whole year, optimize for the whole year. But yeah, man. Like I said, bro, I heard enough from me yapping. Get back to feed the streets with the Harden build, the beard, and so. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy New Year's, or just good morning, good night, or good afternoon if you don't celebrate none of that stuff. That's enough for me, bro. Y'all have a good one. Merry Christmas. Y'all be safe. God bless all y'all. See you on the next one, whatever that is. Y'all have a good one.